Hey y'all, I'm Sadie, the original bag lady. That might be too bright. Let me see. That's alright right there. I know I look rough, y'all. It's a rough day. Actually, it's about 4:30 in the morning, and it's been a rough day. I was extremely discouraged today, like hurt in my soul. Hurt. I had to come home and just go to sleep. But I want to talk to y'all about a few things. One of them is I apologize for all the sniffing in my video. I have allergies, but I'm gonna try to tone that down because it sounds ridiculous. And I have allergies. That's why I don't wear makeup, because it's not gonna work. It's just gonna run and run and run and look a mess, and it's a mess. It's not even worth it. But I was discouraged today. Let me get to the point. America's bugging about the immigrants, right? They're bugging about the immigrants, right? And the liberal white people who won't say nothing about the immigrants, and they're acting like they're okay with this bullshit, right? Won't nobody say nothing, right? And they're locking up the immigrants. But I just had a thought that there are 4 million black men incarcerated. No, it was 4 million 20 years ago. So I don't know what it is now. But I know every woman I know from about the age of 17, you're really not a woman at 17, but from 17 to 70 or 80, don't have a man. Yeah, I met a lady today. She was 80 years old. She was by herself. But she had her brother. But I don't believe we're supposed to be alone. I don't believe that. I hate to be alone. I hate to be alone. I had a lot of brothers and sisters. I had a bunch of kids, and I don't like an empty house. I'm home alone. Nobody's here, just me. I don't like it. But if you try to hurt me, you're gonna get hurt. So don't try to hurt me. Leave me the fuck alone. But the 4 million black men that are incarcerated, that bothers me. It has always bothered me, you know? And I don't want to worship my blackness. I don't, that probably wouldn't be pleasing to God, to worship it, But black people have had it rough in America. Rough in America. And it is amazing, astounding to me that in the last 5 years, we have all these people in this country running around like they are entitled and treating black people like they once owned me. It's bothering me, okay? It's bothering me. And the fact that they're taking everything. Now, I was upset about the alligator Alcatraz. I didn't like the name, right? Because I don't like pompous, arrogant, prideful white people, okay? And I didn't like the name. I didn't think it needed to be called that. But now I find out ain't nothing over there but rapists and murderers. So what am I mad about? When all my brothers are locked up for shit less than that, I'm sure. Anyway, today was a rough day. And it 4-something in the morning, I'm still up. Shit's still rough. I looked at this beautiful house today in Dorchester, Boston. Beautiful. Some of the houses in Boston, y'all, look, they're like mansions. My uncle, my grandmother's brother owned like 9 of them when I was a kid, right? So I went to go get my car fixed in Boston. And I asked the man, you know anybody renting an apartment? And he said yes. And so he called them, and I went over and I looked at the house. Now, what's amazing about that is it doesn't happen like that anymore, right? Everything is online. They want, a 700 credit score, $8,000-9,000 to move in, like all of that, right? No evictions, all of that. And so I live about 45 minutes away from Boston, right? And I'm in the suburbs, but it was the suburbs. I don't know what it is now, but I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. I don't. I hate the way the women in the office treat me. They're white. And I hate the way they talk to me. And I hate the way they treat me. And I just want to go home. And if I'm going to give my money to somebody every month, I'd rather give it to one of my own people. That's just how I feel. I don't care. So I go and meet with this 80-year-old Black American woman. She never had children, right? This house was so effing big, y'all. My apartment is 950 square feet. You could probably put my apartment in that apartment twice. But in that house, I should have took a picture so I could show y'all. One day I will, because these houses are just amazing. But the white people are buying them all now, right? And they're going in and they're cutting them up and they're destroying them and they're making them nice. They are. But because they're not from here, they don't have the same, value. Like it's all about money for them, where it's my hometown, So I went to the house. Beautiful house. Black woman. 80 years old. That house was so fucking nasty. That house was so nasty inside. When I pulled up, right, the paint looked like it never been painted. In fact, the paint was so bad, right, that I thought, you couldn't tell what color the house was. So, I said, Sonia, go inside. Just go inside and see. Because sometimes there be hidden gems. I went inside. This is why I'm mad. Because our numbers are very small in Boston. Like, I'm telling you, there may be 7 black people here. That's not true. But if you get what I'm saying, then you get what I'm saying. Ain't no black people here. There was once, like in the 70s, but they wiped us out. They wiped out the Jamaicans. They wiped out the Puerto Ricans. They wiped us out. Now we got a bunch of new niggas. Anyway, why that lady didn't get her house fixed? Why that lady let that big, beautiful house go like that, knowing that them people gonna come in here and take that house from her because she's 80 years old, she can't hold on to it no more. She never had children. Why she do that? Why she let that house go like that? It's like the ugliest house on the street. It's like the biggest house on the street, too. In a good neighborhood, too. But that discouraged me. It hurt. It hurt. Because everything was right. Everything was right except the house. The kitchen smelled like raw sewage. So the 2 black-owned businesses that are here, there's only 2. I think Walnut, what was that? The cleaners, they might still be there. I don't know. It's a fish and chip, Vaughn's Fish and Chip, and a car wash, a hand car wash across from Stop and Shop in Grove Hall. Them are the 2 black businesses left. And when these people got the PPEs and what was it during the pandemic when they was giving away all that money and people was stealing all that money and I didn't steal none like a dummy. I'm just going to work like a slave. Anyway, I'm mad at the 7 black people in this city that are just like Vaughn didn't fix up the fish shop. The car wash, they didn't do nothing with that. And I was mad about that like 4 or 5 years ago. Well, maybe 3 or 4 years ago. But then when I went and seen the house today, I got re-mad. Because that lady managed to hold on to that house all these years. And I think that's impressive. That is so impressive that she was able to do that. Talking about they wasn't going to rent it out till they met the right people. The right people ain't going up in there. I am so upset because I want to live in my home city. I don't want to live out here. I'm isolated and alone. And that's the point. That's what gentrification was all about. Breaking us up so that we are alone and isolated. And when them foreigners start raping and murdering and pillaging, watch how black women won't have nobody to help them out. Black women ain't gonna have nobody stand up for them or rescue them or fight for them. And we let this shit happen. And I'm mad. I'm very, very mad. I'm very upset about it. I am. Okay, but I'm not going to go on and on. I'm at 11 minutes. But I just had to. Well, y'all know this is my therapy. This is my therapy. And this was just a therapy session. I am Sadie, the original bag lady. But don't get it twisted because you never know what I have coming out of my bag. Y'all have a good day. Now, I had to get that shit out. I'm scared, too. I am. I'm afraid. I do trust in God. I'm baffled. I don't know how to live in this world. I'm 60, y'all. I'm 60 years old. I don't know how to live in this world.